What's going on, guys? This is GameZone. Welcome to my channel. So the patch notes for the major updates are finally here, and it's called Rain Stream in the Age of Falling Towers. So I already have read some of it. So yeah, without any further ado, let's dig into it. We are going to get a new clan-based game mode called Acursed Tower, and this is going to be a PvE and PvP mode. And just like the Immortal Reign that resets after 8 weeks or early when we defeat the Immortals. When Shadows defeat the Immortal Reign, it is going to reset at the same time with each cycle. But when the patch is going to go live at March 3rd, all these towers, as we are seeing on the bird eye view right now in the picture, these towers are going to be available to us to claim, because these are all unclaimed tower at the beginning of the major update, and the only leader of the claim can be able to select which tower they want to attack and claim, because all these towers are going to have a different buff. That is what my understanding. As we can see here, we can see a bestiary icon. Here we can see a portal dungeon icon. This is something else. So these towers are going to give us some unique buffs to that specific thing, and a leader can select that. Then the players of that clan members can actually attack, and whoever is going to make the highest score in that clan in that specific tower is going to claim at the first week of the major update. And after that, we have to actually defend our tower every single week, and there are two ways of defending it. The one more thing is there which I almost missed. In order to attack these monsters inside the tower, we are going to need curse shard that we can collect inside the tower, which we have to find. Once we find them, then we can attack the monster. Otherwise they are going to be invulnerable to us. Our normal attacks are not going to work against them. Also, we are going to get new curse gear inside the towers. So first we have to get the curse shard that we can find inside the tower, then defeat the monster and have a chance of getting a curse gear. And also we can we have to defend this as well, and there are two ways of defending it. One is PvE, the other is PvP. That is what my understanding is. And we can claim up to 2 towers in single reign. And how we can do that is, on the first week when we claim the tower, it is going to rely on the highest point. Whichever clan makes the highest score, I mean the clan members make the highest score, is going to claim the tower. After that we have to defend the tower, and there are two ways of defending it. One is, hold on, there is going to be a bar. They haven't showed the bar, but I think there is going to be a bar which they are going to call a cursed bar. When it fills 100%, then we have to defend the tower again against a minions, meaning PvE monster. But if we use some sort of defensive mechanism, then we have to defend it against a player. That is what my understanding with the tower. So we will have an option whether we want to defend against minions, or we want to defend against players. That is how it's going to be. So it is heavily focused on defending and keeping the buff. So people will be going inside and doing that as well, so that they can actually get some XP. There is also icon of chest and other stuff that we can see, also hills maybe. And testing a tower through PvP, that's what I already explained. And cursed items are also going to drop here as well. Cursed items, and let's jump into that. So what it says about the cursed item is, cursed item are a new type of legendary item that have a cursed property. They are obtainable from completing PvP matches and can be dropped by enemies while collecting curse shards from a PvE match as well. So we can get from both sources, but within the tower, that is. Curse item came with a positive and negative property attached to them. Neither property will activate unless you have at least one other curse item equipped that share the same positive property. So it's just going to work like the ancestral uh gear, where you will see like your where they have the same properties, then they can stack and the cooldown will go below. Here you will need the same positive property in order to make that work, and they already have given us the example for here as well. For example, let's say you have shoulder with the following positive and negative property. Your summoning skill have a chance to release a demonic roar, dealing damage to nearby enemies. Increase cooldown of that skill. So that is how it's going to look like. Then you stumble across a pair of boots with the following positive and negative properties. Your summoning skill have a chance to release a demonic roll, dealing damage to nearby enemies, reduce primary attack damage. So if you want to gain something, then you have to lose something. That is how it is going to work. So you can actually work on your certain skills or attacks that you want to make stronger, and if you don't care about the negative that doesn't affect your bills, then this is going to be actually really good for you. And no, we cannot extract this. I have not read anything about extraction, so they are just going to work just like the ancestral gear pieces from the war band. So we have to find them and hope that they are the upgrade so that we can actually equip. Then here it says, since both items share the same positive property, equipping both items will provide you with their shared positive property but also their negative properties. So we can actually have two negative for the one positive. That is going to be interesting and yet to be seen in the game, and then I will discuss that. Increase cooldown of that skill and reduce primary damage. That is all both which we are going to get. Increase cooldown, yeah, these are the going to be the negative if we want to get one positive, and this is just the example here. Curse item act as a double-edged sword but can provide you with extremely powerful bonus that will bolster your character builds, and I am still skeptical about it because I want to see this by myself. And then there is going to be a new Dread River dungeon coming out, that which I already told you guys that we are going to have a new dungeon coming out with the major update in Storm Point, and most likely it is going to be in the Storm Point. And I am not going to read that, and also we are going to get new set items. But anyways, the story is going to expand with the new dungeon, and then there is going to be elite quest that we can do, which is going to be available at Teti the Adventure Seeker in West March. If you guys don't know about it, then I will show you when it comes out. Also, we are going to have 3 new legendary gems, and these new legendary gems are not attached to the curse weapon, so you don't have to worry about that because the name of these gems are pretty unique. I had my suspicions that this might work with the curse uh, uh gear only, but it does not. So let's get jump into them. 3 new legendary gems have been added to the to help your character build to new height. We take delight in seeing players bright, but anyway, I'm not going to read that. So the first one is 1 star, increased damage done by a charge skill by 20%, charging speed increased by 32%. Might be good for barbarian and free to play player only, because let's face it, whales are not going to bother themselves with the 1 star. Then pain class 2-star gem, increased damage dealt by 24% to enemies suffering from a continual damage effect. When an enemy suffering from continual damage is within 10 yards, your movement speed is increased. So this is actually a really good one for mid spender and free to play players. Gloom Cask 5-star. Your primary attack unleash an aspect of gloom for 6 seconds, during which time your primary attack will trigger gloom blaze that deal 68% base damage plus 275% enemy hit by the gloom blades. Take 24% increased damage from your primary attacks for 3 seconds. And this is what it looks like at the maximum rank 10, not at the beginning. They already said that these are the rank 10 values that they are showing to us. So the 5-star looks good for the demon hunter. Then we are going to have a new set item, banquet of eyes, and what it does is, let me read it for you guys. Damage dealt to enemies suffering from your damage over time effects increase damage by 15%. So if you are going to have sleeping bile or everlasting torment, that is going to come handy with this, because the bleed effects and poison both are going to work really well, or even fire. So you will be able to increase your damage by 15%. Then 4 pace, your critical hit chances increase by 2.5% up to 25% for every damage over time effect you inflict upon nearby enemies. But faces, time to kill, if your time to kill is actually really quick, then you won't be able to stack it up to 25% realistically, because monster dies really quickly. So that is going to be interesting, and it is not going to be really popular in my opinion, but still I can be wrong here. When you apply a damage over time effect to an enemy, you enter poison rage for 12 seconds, during which your damage will corrode enemies, dealing damage over 3 seconds. Cannot enter poison rage more often than every 40 seconds. And this is where it's going to be available, and this is also going to be mentioned in the game as well. Then these are the modes coming out: Ashes of Antiquity limited time event, and these are the rewards that we are going to get. Also, there is going to be a phantom market which they have not shown here, meaning we are going to have $120 or $150 cosmetic coming out for our classes, because it's been already showed here. Phantom market, it might arrive after 3 weeks of uh the major update with the minor update, which they already showed here in the picture. So yeah, sighting of the cult of terror. What's this about? You dare walk the path directly, or nothing interesting. Recall a friend, limited time event. I already mentioned that it is going to come. And these are the rewards. I'm going to skip that entirely, because that is not really interesting part. Feature activity update, activity reward increase. Many activities in Diablo Immortal will now provide additional reward or experience. I think not all of them are being mentioned. Right of Exile, player belonging to both the winning and losing side will rewards with random item, including a guarantee legendary and set item. Hills and scrap material, these rewards are provided directly after completing Rite of Exile. Raid the vault, monster killed inside the vault have a chance to reward items of a random rarity, experience and gold. Shadow War, players that engage in the Shadow War will be rewarded with increased experience and guaranteed random legendary item. Defend the vault, player that successfully defend the vault will be rewarded with hills, experience, gold and scraps material. Immortal Age of Advancement chest will reward hills, items of a random rarity and gold. Heavy Ornate chest will reward one monstrous essence, but you will need 4 players to open that. So yeah, good luck. All main quests reward additional experience. Players will receive a rare quest has the complete exploration achievement for each zone with milestone at 50%, 70 and 100%. So it's a one-time thing on 50% and 70 and then finally 100%. Battleground and Rite of Exile balance. The defense win condition of killing attackers in both Battleground and Rite of Exile has increased from 55 to 65. So now if you are in a defense side of the Battleground of Rite of Exile, so instead of 55 kills to win, you will now have to do 65. So it gives more fighting chance to the team that are in the attacking team. So yeah, this is a good change. Shadow War time change, it is going to change, and we will know that very soon when the patch comes out, and we will be able to see that in the game. Rare quests, we can now have 10 quests inserted in Elder Rift, just like the legendary quest for run. So it's a good change. Not really needed, but it's a good change. Hero Journey 5 and 6 are coming, and these are the rewards. One legendary quest, 900 hills, 30 aspirant keys, 50,000 gold. Yeah, and one legendary, 900 hills and 36 aspirant keys. All right, hills vendor, this is what we are going to get. More hills trade vendor has increased the inventory. The following two transaction may be performed up to 15 times a week. 15 times a week. Okay, trading 100 hills for 50 scraps, trading 75 hills for 5 enchanted dust. Then going to change, there are going to be some uh, quality of life improvement to the activity calendar and the scheduler coming out. Navigation menu is also going to be improved. I guess the navigation menu also receive a few quality of life improvement to work in tandem with the clan-centric feature released in the major update. A new clan tab has been added to the navigation menu. Both the new Acursed Tower game mode and the clan related feature that were previously found located in the faction tab that can be found in the new clan tab. The quest tab will be removed from the navigation menu. Quests can still be accessed via the quest tracker. These changes are solely for the UI and do not alter the gameplay of the features they support. So new 20 bestiary pages are coming out as well. Clan and cycle of strife. Finding joining, this is for I think finding joining a clan. When a player search for available clan to join, they will be sorted from the highest to lowest. Player without a clan will receive more guidance on joining a clan and more easily see suggestions for clan containing high number of active players. Players currently in a clan can now apply to a new clan without leaving their current clan. Alright, this is going to be an issue if because people are going to jump to the active clans now. This is going to be interesting. Loyalty are going to being tested here. If accepted to the new clan, they will automatically leave the old and join the new one. Oh, we are going to see some hate there. Clan leader will now have a member recruitment interface available under the clan tab, making it easier for them to find both players without a clan and in clans with low membership. Dark Lane leaders can now directly invite adventurers to join them. If an adventurer accepts, they will automatically become a shadow. Hide helmet feature is coming out and it is going to be available for select cosmetic, not all of them. So it is going to be available to hide here in the menu. Then there are going to be bug fixes which I already checked, and there is nothing else. So I tried to be really quick here regarding the patch note, and turn out the major update is heavily focused on the Acursed Tower and Curse Gear. Some buffs related to the Acursed Tower new clan game mode. Then there is going to be a new set items coming out, a new dungeon to farm, and 3 new legendary gems. These are the three things that the major update is going to rely on, and I hope that the new tower mode is not like the warband one, because people are going to hate a lot on this. And also it is not a time consuming, because there is already a lot of stuff that is not fun, but people still have to do that because if they want to keep up with the server and upgrade. But anyways, this is what is coming out very soon, and I will see you guys in my next video. Until then, take care, have fun, and bye guys.